Virginia. Hey, I think we're live here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. This is Lynn Renee McDonald. We are doing a Facebook Live tonight from our shopping center here in Virginia Beach. We have a whole bunch of, well, as many as we're allowed to have during this time. Usually we have a lot of call-ins, and we are doing a live psychic gallery here today. So anybody who wants to stay and join in and have comments and questions, please do. We're being guided by love energy to do this so that we can give people some answers today from the highest form of love about what's happening in the economy, what's going on. Nice. Thanks, Ray. Hi, Georgia. I think I see you there. All right. So this is to get everybody some answers for what's going on in the world, as well as in their personal lives. They can do medium stuff. They can do whatever questions they want to ask, as well as some clearings here today to help everybody with all these times and these things that we're going through right now. Okay, that's okay. All right. So we have several people here, as many as is allowed for this quarantine thing that we got going on here in Virginia. Every state has its own rules. Okay. But today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have about 9 people, which is like about the max that we're allowed to do. So if you have any questions and you want to type them in, please do. And we're just going to start out with our peeps. We have Rachel and Madeline and Steve and Molly and Debbie and Laura and Emily, and these guys are all like our regulars here. They're here twice a week. We do 7 to 8 p.m. on Thursday and Tuesday nights. So I'm glad you all are joining us. Hi, everybody. I see you all watching. Okay. So if you have any questions, type them in. I'm going to see if Rachel, my great assistant who helps me all the time, if she can't help me and read some of the questions, we'll get some questions answered for everybody during these times. Also, we're going to have the questions from the people here at the shopping center. Okay. All right. So does anybody have any questions here today? Anybody? This is what I said was going to happen. I'm going to be like, anybody going to go? We're going to go live and everybody's going to ask questions. I said, get your questions, everybody. Get your questions ready, right? And then I ask them and it's all fucking silent. It's always the way, right? Okay, so anybody have a question for what they want to know what's going on or anything in their life? Go ahead. Just got to speak up so everybody can hear you.
Can you see anything career-wise for me in the future, what it entails? And then do I ask another question?
Yeah, you can ask another question with that, sure.
Okay, and then also, if anyone comes through who passed on,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you say what's coming for you in the future, all right, as you know, you have a lot going on, and without, kind of being anonymous here, all right, I know you do a lot of meetings to help people with addictions and stuff like that, right? So, what comes in for you, and now again, this is the path that you are on right now, okay? This is the path that you are on right now for your future in this moment. There's 103 paths that you can take. It's actually 102, 103, or the number 3 is the number of active God, and this is the path you're on right here in this moment. And in this path, you have the ability, where you're walking with free will, to take it in any direction you want from here. But in this moment right now, what I see for you coming in all the directions that you can go in is taking this meetings, this helping people with addictions to all different kinds of new levels. All right. So I see it expanding out. I see you working either on your own as well as on your own and or with us. All right. To help people with things like depression, anxiety, drug abuse, addiction. I also see you writing books. I see you revamping some of the stuff that goes on in the meetings and things like that in the official, like almost like the official book for these meetings. I see you revamping that into a more positive way for these people. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because here's the deal. All because we are an addict does not mean that we're an addict all our lives. All because we're addicted to something, we are not our past, like Emily's song says, that she always plays, right? Yeah. Addiction is a thing. It doesn't be who you are. It is not your identity. It just is something that no longer behooves you, is what you happened to you in the past, and it's up to you to change that. And so you are not that. And so I feel like that's one of the big things that you're going to bring to the table in books that you're going to write. I feel like you're going to write like manuals for new meetings, and you're really going to revamp the system for like into the future of the new world with love energy. You're really going to revamp the system into a better love energy space for the people that's positive, because people aren't their addictions. They're not their depressions. They're not their anxieties, their sicknesses, their unwells. They're not. They really truly are beautiful love energy beings, and you're going to help them heal by changing. And this is going to be a big chunk of changing that, as well as setting into the future new meetings, new organization, new rules across the board. And the rules meaning from love. The whole world is changing now to a love energy space, a heart space. Whether you do what we teach, what you're learning, or anybody else, what anybody else spiritual teaches, it's all in the grand plan of the vibrations, the different vibrations of love energy here to change the world. And this is right now on the path that you're in, where you're going to take it to. Does that make sense? And this is as big as you want to take it, or as little. Like you could do this whole Hampton Roads area, or you could take it across the country. Ultimately, it is up to your soul and where you want to go. Does that make sense? Okay. Your next question was, you asked me if anybody is crossed over who wants to speak with you. I get two figures. I get a grandmother and I get a grandfather. Okay. Do you know who they're talking about?
I have a feeling it's either my mom's mom and grandfather. It would either be my mom's dad or my dad's mom. I never really met them.
All right. So you just, your mother's mother, is she still here?
She died when I was like little.
Yeah, because your mother's mother is who's coming in, and then there was one other one. What was it that you just said?
Grandfather. I don't know if it's
your dad's dad and your mother's mother. Okay, that's what I'm picking up that's coming in. How I do this, like a lot of people say, oh, when they do medium works or they have medium gifts, they're like, oh, it's just who's around you. Everybody psychically, intuitively, metaphysically gifted does things differently. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you ask me, and what I teach is Christ method. In other words, the highest form of love in this reality, it is Christ method, means talking to love energy all the time. It's basically talking to God all the time. So when I ask a question like who your mother's mother is, or who is it that wants to talk to you, or that you want to talk to, or is coming in for you, I ask, who is it that you want to speak to? All right. And I ask them, and sometimes they'll tell me right away. Other times what I teach is what I do. And this is why it comes out in this way for me. So it's ask and you shall receive. You know what I mean? Just like when I ask for your future. So which person is it that you want to talk? Because they're both around you. And excuse me, they're both your guides. They're both for you for being your guides. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Probably my mom's brother. I didn't meet him. He died in a kind of tragic way, kind of. But I'd want to I always feel a connection with him, and I never met him though. But he died at a younger age. And then my friend in rehab, Jessica.
Okay. So your friend in rehab, Jessica, she crossed over?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something about her being in her 20s. Was she 23 when she crossed over, or her age is 23, or does the number 23 mean anything to you? There's something about a time frame in there that they're telling me, the number 23 and then 23 to 27. Do you know what that means? Okay, so note that and log that, and I'm going to ask them right away. They're also showing me boots for her, kind of like boots like this, but not sparkling boots. They're more like military leather kind of boots. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, I would wear those.
Okay, that makes sense, though. So she's showing me these things so she can relate to you. Do you see what I'm saying?
She gave me her shirt before she died. She gave it to me.
Okay. Yeah. So you like military boots? You wear something like that? They're like the lace up, or Harley Davidson makes a boot like that. But they also make lots of decorative ones too. But I'm talking about like a standard military kind of war boot. You know what I mean? Rachel, you watching for questions?
Yeah, there's a lot coming in.
Okay. Hey, everybody. We'll try to get your questions as soon as we can. All right. Okay. Let me just see. She's also telling me the color red and something about roses for you. She's telling me you wear your eyeliner. Your eyeliner is like that soft pink, and that's about self-love and helping to see yourself from self-love. That's why you wear that eyeliner that's very soft pink right above your eyes.
Yeah.
She wants me to share that with you, that she knows why you do these things.
Yeah.
And she's telling me she's still your bestie. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, because I do this. I like based on the chakras or what I want to embody that day. I base my eyeshadows off of what I want. So.
Yeah, that's cool. So you deliberately wore that for self-love then.
Yeah.
See? And she's telling you that. She's sharing you with that. She's also telling me about denim. Did you and her both like denim stuff? Like jackets, jeans?
Yeah, some other girl in rehab gave me this denim romper. That I wear, and I still have it, and I still wear it. I always think of that place when I wear it.
So she knows about the denim romper, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what she's telling me. There's something about denim, so that helps her connect with you, the other person. So do you have any questions for her?
I have I know she's probably okay with it, but she was leaving rehab, and she was going to check out medical stuff, but she ended up overdosing. But I just wanted to I could have woke up and saw her before she went, and I didn't.
She's telling me she wants me to tell you that it's okay and that she's sorry because she really wanted to get out of there and hang out with you and do more stuff. Can you please grab her some tissues, please? Of course, there's not any there. I guess we used them up. So anyways, grab some tissues. Yeah, she just wants you to know how much she loves you, okay? She loves you very, very much. And she was telling me that did you guys make plans afterwards for when you got out of there?
I got her number, everything. So.
Yeah, so that's part of having a friendship. She was looking forward to having a friendship with you after this, after the addiction stuff was done and complete. You know what I mean? Okay. And she wants me to tell you that she loves you very much. And there is nothing that you could have done differently, okay? This is all in the cards. She's a very, very old soul, and she was just hurting too much. And she also feels like are you wearing that eyeliner stuff for her too? Because she says she feels like you're wearing it for her for a self-love space as well. So it's kind of you may not feel that on a conscious soul level, right? But that's what she's telling me, that you are wearing that. It's helping her with her in mind and being in a healthy self-love space. Because when we go through stuff like addictions and we're really, really sick, what happens is we don't love ourselves in the healthiest, best way. And I don't give a fuck who it is. We all got some of that. You know what I mean? It's part of life. It's part of our growing and healing as souls. Very few people don't come in with self-love issues in some way, shape, or form, and that's the truth. You okay? Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So who would like to go next? Can we take an internet question, Rachel?
Yeah, I think there's two we can do.
Okay.
Dawn was asking.
Who? Dawn S?
Weird. Yeah, she was asking when the stay-at-home order will end, and then another lady is asking if the housing market will crash.
Funny shit. I don't really feel like the housing market is going to crash in the way that everybody thinks, this doomsday shit. It's going to be a progression, okay? So it doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges and hard times. You're going to make it as good as you can for you or as unwell based on if you're in your heart space and what you put out there to spirit that you need. The higher you vibrate, the less grief, problems, issues, the more you come from love, all right? If you're doing shady shit, vindictive shit, crappy shit, unwell stuff, then this is an energy that is unforgiving in this new age. So the people who are in the highest form of love, what does that mean? You don't have to be spiritual in the way that I am or teach what I do, all right? Just be in your heart from love, because this is the key. Heart from love for everybody, okay? So this is what's going to bring you great things. So when you say the real estate, is that market going to crash? It's actually the dawning, really. This is like the preliminary for the age of Aquarius. We're going to be stepping into the age of Aquarius, and the age of Pisces is ending. All of our delusional bullshit, and that's why the whole economy is the way it is. I don't want to say it's crashing and shit like that, but It's definitely not the healthiest situation, but none of the systems here in Earthworld are. They're delusional. Like if you think about Pisces time, like the age of Pisces, the age of Aquarius, right? If you think about those time frames, it is a society that we have here that's based on a legal system that's fucked up, a governmental system that's fucked up, school systems that are fucked up. Doesn't mean there isn't good in them, but across the board, they're not real. They're not authentic from love. They're not the God's honest truth about how and the best way to live in society from love. And that's what's happening. So the simplest thing any of us can do in these times is be in our hearts. Be in our hearts. Be authentic. For love for you first. I love me in the healthiest, best way. How do you do that? Ask love what you should do. Ask love to speak through you. Ask love that you put you first from love, all right? Not in the earth world belief systems that we think out here. So when you ask me about the housing market, the more authentic you are, put it out there to spirit, clear your fears out. How do you do that? You ask to be free of them. The more you do these things, put out what you want, the more it will happen. This will be a good year for real estate, buying and selling real estate. You just have to feel it out and listen to spirit when the best time is for you, okay? This is about great things for everybody, but we're not the same. We're unique God energy beings that are special to ourselves as well as all part of all that is God or love. And we ask source and we come from love, right? The more we do that, the more we get the answers for what is and when is best for us. So let me give you an example, all right? I had a ticket to San Diego to go to an event that I had planned like 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. It was going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was going to go. I bought the ticket. The coronavirus shit, that's this crazy stuff that's going on, basically. And because it's not just the coronavirus stuff, it's the government stuff. There's so many things that are going on here that are toxic, unwell, all governed by the underlying people's unwellness in the collective of fear, 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 fear. People are fucking afraid. All right. And that's what creates constant unwells. So, all right. And all the stuff that you go through that is toxic in your life is some way, somehow governed by being in a less high-end love energy space and being in a less than love energy space in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So bringing us back to the plane ticket thing. So I ordered my ticket. The ticket costed like $400, and I wanted my money back as soon as 2 weeks later. I bought the ticket in the beginning of March. They told me that they meaning, me going on the internet, finding out about my plane ticket, and basically I had the plan, then they canceled the flight. They were going to cancel the flight, and they said, watch out for the flights. They're going to be canceled. So I asked Universe, and I said, well, when is my plane ticket? When can I, get my refund? And Universe is like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. So the whole time I'm talking to God or love or Universe, right? And they're telling me, wait for it. And I'm like, but I want my fucking refund now. And they're like, no, now is not the time. If you cancel, Lynn, today, you will have to pay that $400 as a forfeiture through the airlines. But if you wait and do it when we tell you to, you will not. This is what I'm talking about. Listening to your heart and knowing when is the right time to do what is best for you from love, whether it's a plane ticket or to hug your kid or to call somebody or to do something good for you, whatever it is, okay? So the recession thing, a couple weeks ago, Universe told me it was going to go on 2 to 3 weeks and then 5 to 8. All right. It will subside. It feels like it's more in the 8 area. But the more the people hate and get all sorts of fucked up with it, subconsciously, consciously, and don't get in the love energy space that all the light workers are right now are holding up the planet from love. All right. That's what's really keeping this shit together at this point. Of course, there's all these underlying consciousnesses of unwellness. You feed into unwell stuff, you create that for you. If you don't, you come from love and you create your reality. You don't have to get everybody, all because everybody hates Donald Trump doesn't mean you have to hate Donald Trump. You focus your energy on love, changing the planet, the best president for us. Whatever it is that you feel from love, not the unwellness, okay? The more people focus on the wellness, the more fucked up shit happens happens in the world. So I feel like it's still going to be 5 to 8 weeks total for this before it starts to really lift the bands. It may take up to 12 to 14. It just depends on how much the people want to be jackasses and can't get their heads out of their ass with their unwell freakiness, and not being in their heart space, and because really this is the truth, so that's what it feels like. It feels like it should be over in about 8. 8 again is the number of abundance. It feels like it should be over at 8. It can go even longer, but as it does, it's going to kind of trickle off. But the whole thing about trickling off is other things come in, other things go out, and there's a system revamping here across the board of just about everything. And this isn't going to be in 5 minutes like people think Armageddon. This is going to take time, okay? And it's all in the grand plan of the design of love energy, or all that is God, universe, stars, astrology. These are all systems of love energy to help people get in a better space of love and understand the law of love energy, the law of God, the law of universe, okay? So you had another question from over there? There was so the real estate idea is good. Feel it in your heart. You will be able to sell the house. I feel like you're going to get like top dollar for it. In whatever the market is, if you listen, if you can't hear what your heart says, ask love that you can, ask God that you can, all right, ask universe that you can, spirit that you can, whatever you want to call it. It's just an identity for love. Okay, what?
Dawn was asking how long the stay-at-home order will last. I don't think we touched on that.
The stay-at-home order? Yeah, that's what I was basically talking about. Okay. This economy, this stay-at-home order feels like maximum 8 because people get cabin fever. You can only keep the people in their houses before so long. Like I live here at the beach. The people went to the beach on the weekend of this really nice weekend, like a weekend and a half ago, right? And then the police were all over the place, and then they closed the beaches. But there's only so long that they're going to keep people inside because they can't, not without things getting really crazy. And also, if they don't, think about it. It's not going to be conducive across the board. You have one unwellness over here, and by closing everything up, you're making all these other fucking problems, and you're not even aware of the consequences. Because unless you're in a high-end God space or God itself, right? There's a million ways that things can be done, and you don't comprehend that. And especially if you're in a vibration like the government is. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to bash the government. I'm just here to tell you the truth about love energy. And this world is part of that in the particular vibration that it is. And all that is God is love energy. All right. And then there's high-end metaphysical love energy, right? Which is the light workers. Anybody who is authentically in your heart space is some way, some shape, some form, tapping into your highest heart self from love. It's all the greatness that you are. The more you're in that space from love for yourself and in that space with all that you do, just like Christ said, ask love what love would do. And the answer is always there. Don't know what to say? Ask love to speak through you. Ask love to handle it. Okay. Okay. Do we get everybody over there?
There's more, but we got the first two initially.
Okay. The first two. And then, let me just see here. Yeah, so number 8 is abundance. So the economy will all start to open up again more. There's going to be fights between the government, the state, the houses, Donald Trump, the House, all that crap. But that's why this is happening, because it's toxic. People are toxic. It is time for change. The planet Pluto is bringing in great transformation, okay, for all of us. And this is really a blessing, because along with this great transformation, love energy has your back. And great things are going to be happen. New doors opening, new opportunities for your dreams to happen. Listen, ask, listen, receive, do. This is the new world. You're setting up your future for the next 5, 10, 8, 16, 20, 22 years to come, because this is a progression of the changes that are going to come in. And nothing, okay, is in the way really that we think here in Earth World, because we're a piece of all that is God. Okay. So while we're all part of the whole design, the whole grand design, okay. Oh, sorry, we're tearing up the phone here with a crazy connection here. All right, up. Continue. All right, sorry about this. All right, so we are one piece of all the love energy that is God, and what is best for everybody is what always happens from love, okay? And that's how it truly works. Okay, so who else out here has a question? Deb?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's April, 4 months since the beginning of the year, and I've already had the flu, pneumonia, and a broken foot.
Yeah.
Am I done? Okay.
Deb wants to know if she's done getting sick. That's how much you want to fight it in your physical body.
Yeah.
So great transformation. A lot of times we have physical symptoms with great transformation. And Pluto is all about new beginnings, transformation, changing your life, endings of the old. This is all what we're going through on a grand collective scale as well as on a personal scale. All right. So I know that everybody in my family has like a sinus cold or has had that, going on. And this is all part of your resistance to changes within you of letting go of the old ways. And that's what's happening. A lot of times broken bones, legs, God forbid legs, right? All of that type of stuff happens, even just a sniffling cold, virus of any kind, right? That happens from transformation. So, they're telling me you're a hard learner. You're an earth sign, as you know. Earth signs are what? Stubborn. It's hard to move dirt. It's hard to move rocks. So inside of you, that makes you a little stubborn. I feel like you're going to have some, as you go and you raise in your elevation with the planet raising in vibration, because we're all doing the same thing and we all signed on for this. So you will have some more challenges, but in the next 2 to 3 years are going to be the most difficult times, but as long as you work with love and have love, it's not going to be nearly as hard. But you will have to change some things, as we all will, especially in Earth world during the Saturn Capricorn time, which is Saturn time right now. So Saturn is all about Earth world doing. For everybody, you have got to be in doing in Earth world, okay? Not only is it enough you got to pray or ask God or ask love for what you want, put it out there, clear your blocks, and then listen for the answers, intuitively guided by your soul, and you will know what to do. And then you must do in Earth world. Anybody who wants to ask God or ask love energy for shit and doesn't want to do the work, it's not going to happen for you. All right? It's time for change, and Earth world is about doing in Earth world. That's why it's physical. All right? That's why you are separate but still one with God. So for you, Deb, and for me too, because I'm a stubborn ass myself, but that's part of what is part of like being a light worker, is being a nonconformist. Not fitting in with everybody, not wanting to make changes. Could somebody pass me a tissue, please? Thanks. All this channeling gets me crazy sweaty. Thank you. All right. So, okay. Does that answer your question? I feel for this year, maybe 1 or 2 times, you might have a couple little colds, and then maybe a little bout with something bigger, but I don't feel like it's nothing that you're not going to have a handle on. I feel like the worst is past you for this year, most of your big transformation. And that was a great question, because that helps everybody else understand why the fuck they're not feeling so good. And the other reason too is we have this heavy energy on us from all that fear. It's lower vibrational. It's like, I feel like I got like a fucking boulder on my back. Every morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, nobody wants to move here. Everybody's feeling that. And this is that heavy energy,
Well, getting sick caused me to make some changes. Mm-hmm. So there's some benefits from actually being sick, but now I'm done with being sick. And everything.
Yeah. And also remember that viruses are when people aren't hearing you. Your dad comes in really strong for not listening to you and what your needs are. So remember everybody, when you get a virus, a lot of times it's because somebody is not hearing you. You're not being heard. You're not feeling heard, all right? Or where are you not listening to you, right? So anyway, something to think about for you, Deb. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who else has a question? You have another internet question?
Yes, there is. Teresa Courtney would like to know if there's any of her loved ones around her.
It's interesting, Teresa. I don't know what exactly you're going through right now, but the number 5 comes in for you. You're having a lot of active changes that are going to be coming into your life. I don't know if you're aware of that right now, but I feel like you have 5 really major like ancestors, like father, grandfather, great-grandfather. These people are around you. So I feel like you're either going to be going through some great transformation with a lot of different things coming in for you, as well as a lot of different changes. Changes meaning revamping of your life as well, like new schedules, new ways to see things, new ways to run your business, new ideas, hooking up with other people. And these are pretty stressful times. This is also why you would have extra guides or assistants around you and be more aware of them. 5 is the number of active change. All right. So it is a big number of active change. All right. So that also ushers in why they are here, because you're going to be changing a lot. I also feel like you may be moving in the future. I'm not sure if you're going to stay exactly where you are. I feel like you go back and forth with it, but that is definitely coming in for you. Like a relocation, like deciding where are you gonna go. It almost feels like you might move to, I know you're probably not going to want to hear this too much, but it feels like a more populated city area than where you are right now. So that comes in for you, but new doorways, new opportunities, new relationships, new friends, new directions to go in, and things that we haven't been thinking of, and they're all in alignment with this new love energy. So like, let's say somebody has, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, new opportunities that will be coming in from love. Let's say somebody has a dog, like a dog grooming salon. Well, they may end up having somebody come in and do pet readings. They may have somebody come in like Laura, who's with our shopping center, who does amazing Reiki. We just did a video on YouTube with craniosacral work and her and my dog, right? They may start doing stuff like this and introducing different ways of natural, holistic, and spiritual or energy healing from love into their systems. So all the old ways of the world are now going to be changing. And so will your new opportunities, the new directions as light workers that we're all going to go in. So new opportunities, things I see for you. It's funny, Teresa. I don't know if you thought about any kind of big speaking jobs, but somehow there's some opportunities because I'm like, whoa, when I get hit with it sometimes for you and the person, sometimes I think I know you as, or, I see it as being maybe a little bit different. However, there's going to be some really big opportunities, and there's something about speaking in front of companies coming in. All right. So just note that and log that, and the doors will open. You want to see it. You want to know it. You want it to happen. Ask love, ask God that it does in the best way for you from love. And thank you, love, for that for us. Okay, who else in my audience here?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a friend
Dr.
from
Steve
the
has a question.
1980s named Danny. First initial of his last name is S. His birthday was April 1st. He's been in my thoughts a lot lately. Does he come? He's crossed over. I think he died 10 or 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. Is he out there? Or did you get anything or on anyone?
So you say Danny is your friend. He was a friend. Was he in your friends in your 20s?
Yeah.
Is this in California?
California,
yeah.
1980s, party buddy.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. He's telling me really the biggest things that you guys had in common were drugs. Yeah. That was like your key connected. Yeah. It's like you want to get high, he wants to get high kind of thing from the past. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you weren't friends. Because I feel like he's got darker hair. Did he have darker hair? Yeah. He feels like he has darker hair. He feels lean and tall. But then again, a lot of times guys in their 20s can be a little bit like that. I don't know if you recognize that. Did he have glasses?
I don't remember if he had glasses. I don't think so.
Okay. All right, because he's showing me somebody now with it's crazy. They're like thicker glasses. So just note it and log it, because a lot of times you'll go through pictures or somebody will say something, you'll run into somebody, or you'll connect in some other way with the glasses. Did you have those glasses? All right. So there may be somebody that you know of that had them. All right.
There was glass involved. It wasn't on our eyes.
I don't know if I want to go there,
yeah,
but
we're not going there.
No, that's okay. Because that it doesn't come in as that. It comes in him showing me this person, him showing me himself, him with the dark, like black rimmed, almost black rimmed glasses, which is unique. So just put that there, and I'm going to ask them about it, and I'm going to ask him because he had more stuff that he wanted to say to you. He's telling me that you had an understanding and that you were his best friend. Do you know that? Yeah. Did you guys, he's saying you would talk for hours. Did you talk? Yeah. Very intellectual. You were like connected. Did the computer connect you to?
Yeah, we both worked mainframe computers.
Okay, so you worked at the same kind of company. Yeah, because that's definitely coming in. But he keeps telling me about the glasses. So note that and log that. A lot of times when we do medium work like this, we'll learn what happened down the road or why this connects, down the road for everybody, okay? So remember that. Everything you won't always understand, and then later on you'll be like, oh my God, or so you'll say it to somebody and they'll be like, oh, he did have a pair of glasses like that he wore all the time. And so you'll be able to make that connection. The other thing you can do is ask source, ask love, ask God that you do make that connection, okay? Okay, so you good?
Yes.
Yeah, and the dude is around you. He comes and goes. And I'm asking him why. Okay. He's actually trying to help you with stuff that you're going through right now. Yeah, you figured that much. Yeah. I get it. Okay. MJ, do you have anything you want to ask?
No, not really.
All right. Who didn't go? Laura.
Have me and Emily had past lives together?
You really want to know? That's funny. The first thing you came in, you go, and you're laughing. The two of you going, hee, over here in the corner, right? They're two girls. They're beautiful, right? And they're sitting over here, and they're like, Laura goes, oh, did we have past lives together? And instantly, you know what comes in a whorehouse. And I'm just like, that's why I'm laughing, right? And they're sitting there going, hee. Right? But we've all had past lives like that. It's crazy. We all do crazy stuff, right? Yeah, but you have had more than that. You've also been sisters, which, interesting enough, you've also been lovers, okay? And it doesn't mean that you were in the same sex lovers or not. It's not a commentary, anything like that. It's just when we have soul families, we are many different things in many different lifetimes to each other. So, and you guys have a very strong connection. But what's cool is you're both healers, super powerful, gifted healers in different ways. And it's funny because when they show me you guys together and like your intuitive gifts, you guys complemented each other, which you do that right now. Like she does yoga and she does like chakra clearings and amazing meditations and moon stuff, you know what I mean? And then you, Laura, you do all your energy work, the Reiki, the bars. And it's funny because each thing complements each other, right? And they're telling me that that's how you guys used to work in those lifetimes, especially in that horror atmosphere. Well, you take him and I'm going to make sure that you get this money, guy. And it's funny, like, but you would do things to help each other, not from in the space that you were in. It's not glorifying anything. It is just explaining to you guys the lovely relationship that you had, regardless of the circumstances, that you were there for each other. That's huge. You know what I mean? That's really, really huge. And it's special. But I feel like you guys really feel that connection. You know what I mean? But it's funny. It's like when one of you loses it, the other one has your shit together and you're there to help each other. And this has gone on for lifetimes. This is also what brought you back here together, because you complement each other with the type of energy and physical work that you do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
Rachel, what do you got, girl?
I'm curious what comes in for me with writing.
The biggest thing they're yelling this at me. And you know what I'm going to say, Rachel, because you're psychic. So they're like, when you going to fucking do it? Yeah. They're telling me you need to literally say that on a weekend day that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to spend 2 hours writing, let's say Sunday afternoon or on a Saturday evening, okay? And ask Source that you do it. Ask to clear your blocks. Ask that you love doing it and ask that you get it done. And it's awesome. Ask for everything you need. The best books, the best tools, the best gifts, the best quiet time, the best love it, want to do it, want to get it done, best free of distractions. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what they're also telling me is something about dogs. You really have such a gift for dogs. And there's something about writing about dogs. Have you been thinking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what it is.
Yeah. Well, there's something about you writing about dogs. And this is what's going to get you over this hurdle to writing, because you love animals so much and you're so gifted with animals. And writing these books is going to help other people heal in this space with the dogs. But this is also a personal healing journey. So many times, the stuff that we do in this world isn't just about ourselves. It's simultaneous. It's about our personal journey from self-love and our dreams to happen in here and how our love energy experiences, as well as the whole collective and the changes that we came here to make in there. And they have to simultaneously kind of mesh like puzzle pieces. They don't have to, but they will. And it's like a whole healing process of everything coming together, because as you heal you, then you in turn heal the world, and the energy and the vibration of the planet rises, and your energy alone raises the energy and the vibration of the planet, whether you say anything or be a teacher or be an energy worker or a healer or whatever or not, just you being in that vibration and working on you. So even the person who never sees anybody and working on them lifts the light of the whole world. Do you see what I'm saying? And then all those lights come together. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So does that answer for you? Okay. MJ, nothing? Okay, internet question.
Where'd it go? Jenny Anna is asking.
All right.
She said a lot has happened, and that she would like to know what and also who may be coming in for her because things are up in the air.
Okay. Whew. What's her first name?
Jenny.
Okay. All right, God. What's the God's honest truth? Clear the energy of the confusion with all this. She's got a lot of confusion going on around her. And this is coming in because she doesn't know what direction to go in. Whew. Yeah, I feel like just like Teresa, she had a lot of stuff going on, so she's going to have a lot of things, a lot of different directions that she is going in, or going into, a lot of new doorways opening up. She does feel overwhelmed. So when they put me in this overwhelmed space, it's kind of like waiting for the dust to settle. Ask universe to clear the energy. Ask universe for the best gifts and tools, the best direction, the best plan, the best way to go, and the best knowledge, wisdom, gifts, and tools for all of this. And thank you, God, for that for us. What's coming in is, yeah, you have a lot going on. It's like, I feel like there's housing issues, there's family crises, there's health issues going on here. They're also telling me, maybe she can answer this. Does she, do you use anything like essential oils right now, like lavender oil diffuser? Because this is going to help you clear the fog about where you should be going and what you should be doing. What they're telling me right now is for you to sit tight and wait for the storm to, blow over. Be guided by love. Feel in your heart what the best answers, solutions, and way to handle things are. Because the whole story isn't out yet. It needs to be unraveled. And there's bits and pieces over here and over here and over here. And the truth always comes out. And it's kind of mirroring the collective. All the crap that's going on and people are freaking out. You too have some craziness going on. And they're telling me just take it one thing at a time. But for now, just like all of us, set out your new business plans, your new intent for what you want your dreams to happen, whether you want to start a family, have a house, what is the word? Do a new career or stay at home, have a baby, whatever it is your dreams are, start an entrepreneur business, whatever your dreams are, start putting it out there from spirit, whether you want to start an exercise plan or your health. And all of these things are coming in for lots of people right now. But in terms of, is it Jenna?
It's Jenny DeLuca.
Oh, Jenny DeLuca. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know Jenny. Yeah. All this is coming in for you. But the biggest thing that comes in now that I connect into this space with you. All right. New partner comes in for you, but all of this stuff has to settle because there's just too much chaos going on in there. So what they're telling me for you is let the chaos settle, and then you can move forward. But you can't have that new partner till you get to the bottom of it. You see, in other words, the dust has to settle. You still have some healing to do, and then you can move forward. But they're telling me to use this quiet time, this quarantine time, use this time to make your plan, relax, take care of you, do things that you need to do to catch up on. And as you do that and take care of you from a self-love space, start putting your new dreams out. Everything's going to fall in place and come together, and your new plan will come together. Because I feel like you're going to have a new residence, a new job, a new career, a new boyfriend. It's all like, as we clear all that out, we can see better. So this is what's coming in for you. But there is some healing still there in reference to partners that has to go on for you, and who the fuck doesn't have that, All right. So who else you got? Anybody else here today? Emily?
Yeah, I have a question. Whenever Laura was doing her session with me earlier, she felt an energy, as soon as she got around my head, she felt a grandmother energy in the room with us, and I wanted to know if it was my grandma, hers, or both, And then I have two like grandmother figures that have passed over that it could be. We've kind of talked about it, so I think I know which one it is, but I just wanted to hear what you had to say.
What comes in is some kind of pink hat. All right, a pink hat comes in. Did your grandma ever wear a pink hat? And there's like a white feather and a pearl on it. Okay, but I totally feel like it's your grandmother. Okay, does that make sense to you? All right, yeah, I totally feel like it's your grandmother, and I feel like she's like right behind you, just kind of standing there. She, you know, and we talked about her because she didn't cross over that long ago. It was only like 4 or 5 months ago, wasn't it, Max?
November.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember us talking about her being in your mom's house, kind of tormenting your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because it's so weird because she's showing me like on your shoulder, like with that hat on. It's funny. It's almost like it's a 1930s kind of hat. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so she's showing me her with this hat on, but she's also showing me like she's like a parrot on your shoulder, and she whispers shit in your ear. Are you aware of that? Yeah. See, yeah, you are. Yeah. So yeah, and that's what she's telling me. She says she tells you things to help you, because she really, she told me she really didn't get to spend a lot of time with you. Are you aware of that?
When I was little, she did more so, but as I grew up, it got less.
She's also telling me, I don't know if you're going to want to hear this, something about your mother. They didn't, her mom, your mom and her didn't get along too well, did they?
Not quite so much.
No, because she's saying something, and this is her stuff, about your mom being the bane of her existence. And she feels like that's why she didn't get enough time with you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so just... FYI, nothing bad to your mom, you know? It is what it is, though, right? We all got shit. We all got to clear, heal, and change it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you good?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Molly, you got anything?
I'm fine. Does anybody come in for me? That's fast over.
Does anybody come in for you? Interesting enough. And this isn't somebody that's crossed over. This is a friend of yours. Charlie comes in for you. You really talking with Charlie and connecting with Charlie? Yeah, he's lovely. He's going to be a great friend for you for years to come. For years to come. He's like a brother. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. There's a special relationship for you with him. Let me just say. I feel like he's going to make bank down in Florida for like 6 to 8 months. And what's crazy is I feel like he's making bank. But what's cool is I feel like he's going to get some kind of bonuses, but he's going to bring the money and share it with you. Just FYI, that's really fucking cool. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. Universe is going to take care of us, not always in the way we think. Like in old earth world ways, we think we have to have a house, we have to have an apartment, we have to pay for this, we have to do it, you know, we have to have insurance, we have to do it exactly the way. But these ways are all falling apart. Universe from love is going, and it doesn't mean throw everything in the garbage right now. It is not, you know, it's going to have a gradual progression through the next 20, 22 years and beyond. All right. But so universe though is going to bring all of you guys and all of us great things the more we're in our heart space. Money, like Laura's friend is going to give her money, or going to be bringing her money coming in. So people, let's say money can come from everywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be a job. Abundance can come from everywhere. You can go to a restaurant and they may give you stuff. A car dealer who will work on your car and give you a free car wash. You know, universe is gifting us like this in so many ways. We just have to be able to see in our hearts. You can't see it, ask love that you can. Don't get it, ask love that you do. Do you see? So Laura's friend, somebody who's been, or cousin, that's also her friend, like has been a best friend for her, is down in Florida, and he's making bank during these times. And what universe is telling me is that he's going to come up here when he comes back, and he's going to have bank money. He's going to share it with her. That's how God works. You know, all these opportunities are going to come in as long as we don't limit ourselves. You know, and so you want to be free of limitations, financially, abundantly, and in all ways. And thank you, God, for that for us, from the highest form of love in this reality, any reality, and all that is. And thank you, God, for that for us. Okay, Debbie, got anything? No. Molly.
Just my mom's brother, if anything.
What, is he crossed over too?
Yeah.
Did he pass away? 30s, 40s comes in for him? Yeah, 30s? Was he younger?
35,
Yeah. He comes in as being young. 35, did you say?
It's either 35 and 40 somewhere, because
Yeah.
I never met him, but like.
Yeah, because he's telling me the number 35. Lived a reckless life. Are you aware of that? Yeah, because that's what he's telling me. Is I fucking was reckless. In other words, he didn't really think about anything that he did. He just did it. And that's part of his life's lessons. That's how you learn sometimes. Kind of like me when I was in my youth doing all kinds of stupid shit, and I wouldn't even think about what I did. You know what I mean? And then you have to like pay the piper, because karmic energy, you know, when you do unwell, and whether you realize it or not, toxic is toxic. And, you know, we are not responsible for the shit that we do. Whether we want to look at it, see it, know it or not, we're all responsible for us and what we do. And he's telling me, shaking his head, and he's going like this, that he wasn't responsible at all for what he did. Do you see what I'm saying? In other words, his actions. He didn't ever say, you know, how do they put this? He didn't ever say, this is the way, let me just see. Give me the best words to put this out there now, please, God, and clear, heal, and change any and all blocks in me that stop that from happening. Let me get a drink. Like, he wouldn't think about why somebody did what they did. He wouldn't think about why he was doing what he did. He just kind of lived recklessly. And sometimes he was in his heart, and sometimes he was in his head, but he didn't really think about things or be wise. Does that make sense?
He had severe schizophrenia and bipolar.
Yeah, and that goes along with that. He wouldn't even be able to get in that space. So that makes sense. Do you see? Yeah. But he's telling me he didn't have it all his life. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have it. When he was a kid, he didn't have it. Did anything childhood trauma happen to him?
Not
Do you know?
that I know of.
Yeah.
No, but
because he's telling me something 14, 15. Look into that. You might know. What?
he got it when he was in, like around middle school, high school is when he started developing the schizophrenia.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, because he's telling me 14, 15. He's telling me things started to go strange. But I feel like, did he do any drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like drugs, not that, you know, I'm not going to advocate for any drug use or non-drug use or anything like that. I'm not getting involved in that. But he's telling me that literally the drugs had a lot to do with it, his unwellness, and like the drugs were like a catalyst that threw him into this space. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, my mom always wonders.
He had a propensity for it, you know?
Yeah, my mom always wonders, like, I want to ask for her, like, he died from a drug overdose, and my mom had just gotten in a fight with him when it happened. And I feel it wasn't purposeful, but we don't know. But I don't know.
Okay, so repeat that one more time. So I'm gonna stick it up there with spirit, the energy. Go ahead.
He died from a drug overdose. But I always felt, I never met him, but I always felt that it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. Did he take psychedelic drugs?
Probably, I see.
Yeah, because I see like rainbow colors and swirling, and that's what he's showing me, and he's telling me like psychedelics. And I think that really, he was a high-end gifted spiritual being, and then that just like totally fucked up his reality. Do you see what I'm saying? And then from there on, it was kind of like a downhill that he couldn't get back up. You know, does that make sense to you? All right. And did you have a question with that, or?
Just from my mom, she has a lot of guilt about it. But I don't.
Yeah, but that's every soul. It's their journey. We're not responsible for him. He's responsible for him. Just like on the fucking news when they try to make us responsible for somebody's neighbor who dies of the fucking coronavirus. It's like, stop. Your soul picks and chooses when it's going to leave, how it's going to leave, whatever doorway it's going to leave from. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like what I'm going to say. I don't give a fuck. All right? Because it's the truth. Your soul picks what doorway it wants to go through. And so is true of addiction. If a soul is going to leave, or suicide, or somebody who dies of cancer, that's the doorway for the exit that their soul chooses. And there's nothing that you could have done, or your mom could have done, or anyone can do to change that. Nor is there anything that I would really do to influence that. Ultimately, your soul is going to do what it's going to do. And that's what he did. He's like, boom, I'm out. And he's telling me because he had a fucking enough. Think about it. If you couldn't get your shit together, you know what I mean? And your head is spinning, then how could you do that? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So meaning, how could you do that? Meaning, how could you want to stay in that space, and why wouldn't you do it? You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Steve, you got anything? Are you good? I don't know, what time is it, Ray?
It's 8:15.
Okay. Maddie? No? Okay. Ray?
Can we clear something?
Yeah.
I feel like I want to start working with kids again and start going on everything we talked about, but I feel like I have a block up because it was really painful for me to leave the kids I had already worked with, and I don't want to, like, it was, like, too much, I guess.
Okay, so you're feeling bad from like a place of love, like
Yeah.
you love so hard and so good that you don't want to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about attachments. It's about being attached. It's hard though when you love people, you know. All right, let's ask Spirit to clear, heal, and change all the consciousness in us that gets attached and to people, things, places in any way, shape, or form that is unhealthy and not in the highest form or purest form of love in this reality, any reality, and all that is in our souls and all we are, be, say, do, and create. Clear, heal, and change all of this for all of us now, please, in the best way for us and all or something better. And thank you, God, for that for us. All right. So, and then let's create what you want to happen. Let's ask love that you start this ship and you get it going at the best time for you, that you work with kids. You love working with kids. Great things happen. You have the best kids for you. We have the best system for them, best system for you from the highest form of love. And everything worked out fantastic. We have all the gifts and tools that we need, and we clear, heal, and change any old blocks in us that stop that from happening. Thank you, love. Thank you, God, for that for us. So there you go. And then you can tweak it and add things to it and you're good to go. Okay. And thank you everybody for watching. I'm super glad. We'll take a few more questions. And do you guys have any more too? All right. You good with chilling? Does anyone want to leave or stay, or what are you feeling? You gonna go? All right. All right. We'll see you soon, Dr. Steve. Thanks. Okay. Good night. Okay. So we'll take a few more internet questions. What do you got?
Eric Hahn is asking if there's any messages for him and Eva. Eva?
Oh, Eric Hahn and Eva, I love you guys. All right, let me see. Eric. Ooh, are you guys thinking about doing more offices if you haven't already? I feel like something about more offices, but more, not just offices, healing center, more of a healing center coming in for you, where you're going to incorporate more people, more healing modalities is coming in. I feel like at some point Eva's new direction and new jobs are going to come in for her that we talked about in a reading I think I did on Facebook like a week or so ago, or not even. However, I feel like that what she's doing there will then morph into her new business, and she will be doing it in one of your offices. I feel like one that's like the main office. So this stuff comes in for you guys. Lots of love for you. I also feel that they're showing me hearts all around you guys. You guys got a really good, healthy relationship. If you keep working on it, it can stay that way, you and Eva, because you guys got your shit together. You really love each other, and that's fucking rocking. And they're also showing me, it's so fucking funny because they're showing me these little hearts, you know, that are floating all around you guys. And they're also telling me something, I don't know if you guys are doing this yet. Are you guys thinking about getting some new dogs, 2 or 3 new dogs? I know 2 or 3 seems like a lot, but I feel somehow I know you have at least one. I feel like you're going to add to those dogs. I feel like you might get 2 more dogs in the future. I'm just looking into it, and I feel like if you don't have one that's like black with some kind of white on his nose, I feel like a dog like this is coming in. I feel like he's kind of like, I know you have one I think that's kind of like that, but I thought he was more chocolate colored, but I feel like he's a pit bull, but this is what's coming in. I feel like you might get another one, or American Standard Shire, something along those lines. A dog that looks kind of like that is coming in for you guys. As you guys know, you're excellent at what you do. You're fantastic healers. New doorways are going to be opening up for you guys as well. Everybody is who's light workers. Great new, fantastic, good things are coming. Lots more abundance and great things. All right. Again, with everybody, you got to do your work. It's not without challenges. Let me see. What else? Anything else for... Wow. Do you, there's something about fire for you and Eva. Do you guys like have a special night where you sit in front of a fireplace or spend time in the fireplace? Like there's something about a fireplace, or do you go somewhere where there's a fireplace, like a vacation, like a, or are you thinking about it, or having a fire out back? There's something about a fire with you guys and sitting out in front of it that's really warm. It feels really good, like a really nice time together, a bonding moment. You know, like having wine in front of the fireplace on a cold winter night, or fireplace. Are you heading out?
Yep. I love you.
Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. Bye bye. Love you. They're all hiding from the camera. All right. That's 2. Okay. So yeah, that's coming in for you. Something, I'm not sure. It's almost, it could be like a chalet. It could be a vacation, but there's something important about being around a fireplace and just having, I feel like it's about nurturing and bonding and having a really nice time together. So this is some stuff that comes in for you. Okay. Who else you got? Deb, did you want to get going too? Or you chilling here with us? All right. Go Deb. Go Deb. You and Pan. All right, so go ahead. Who else you got? Thank you, Ray, for helping me and reading these, because I can't, like, do all that, you know what I mean? So thank you.
Morgan is asking if she needs to move on from her ex or continue to be there for him. And she said he's really lost, and it pains her to know that she could make or break the way he comes in and out of needing her.
Make or break? What does that mean?
By the way he comes in and out needing me or not. I feel like he's in a very vulnerable position, and she's afraid that if she makes a decision to, like, go, it'll, like, break him.
Like, it'll break him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, what's God's honest truth? What's the best thing for Morgan to do? Morgan, it does feel like you have to leave him. Feel in your heart when is the best time. But he's got a lot of work to do on him. It doesn't mean that you can, or not that you can, it doesn't mean you have to leave him, like where you leave him cold turkey and, you know, he might spin out and drink a lot or something toxic like that. What it meant, or break apart mentally or spiritually and internally, you know what I mean, in his soul. You know, he does feel very delicate. He does feel super dependent on you, but you can be there for people and have the best amount of space from love for you. Just ask love that you do that. But you have to first ultimately take care of you from love. So you know, when you, even before you finish the question, they're yelling at me, absolutely, meaning you got to leave them, because you're never going to be happy if you don't. You cannot stay with somebody because they are unwell, and you have to live your life from the highest form of love. But it doesn't mean that you have to be nasty and shitty and unwell with it. All you have to do is ask love what the best thing to do is, send him angels, ask universe, so you can break it off, get the best planned solution from love, and this will happen. So listen to these answers. In these times, it's really crazy. It makes everybody is on edge and stressed out because they're freaking out because they don't know what's going to happen. And then they're living in a space of fear, and then they constantly think the worst is going to happen. Clear all of that shit out. And this is for everybody. Clear the shit out. If you don't know how, ask love to be free of it. Simple. Thank you, God, for that for us. All right. So, and then ask for the best solutions, the best way to do this, because I do feel like you're right. You're picking up on it. You have to approach it with kid gloves. So you're going to have to be very gentle about this. So universe will guide you. I feel like if you haven't already looked up on the computer, like therapists or ways to help him, assistance, hook into some friends to help you to be able to do this. Ask love when the best time for everything is, and to guide you and for the best plan, and clear your blocks from that. And thank you, God, for that for us. And there you go. Okay. That will be really the best solution, because it's not cut and dry. It's something that's super sensitive for everybody, but you have to be able to go from love when something isn't healthy for you. If you've given it everything you got from love, and the other person or the other energy is in a positive, healthy energy exchange, you can't stay there. All right. You have to love you in the healthiest, best way and move on. So there you go. Okay. So what else you got?
Courtney Walton is asking if she needs to apologize for speaking her truths to someone because it made them mad.
Oh, well, that depends on what the truth was, Courtney. Was it really your truth? All right. Sometimes our truth is in alignment with the highest form of truth. God's honest, unconditional love, truth, and wisdom in the highest form isn't always necessarily the truth that we're sitting in based on our habits, patterns, and beliefs. So that said, in order to really tap into that, if you're feeling like you need to apologize, something isn't right there. Okay. So you got to look at your belief systems and say, where am I not coming from love? Where am I not in that space. You know, it doesn't mean that you're bad. It just means we all have stuff in our souls, whether we're aware of it consciously or not. And sometimes we do things and we think they're in the right space, meaning the best place of love, and they're really at a deficit. They're in a little bit less than place. Doesn't mean it's a judgment on you or any of us. All it is stuff that we got from lifetimes that doesn't behoove us. So we clear it out. I would need to know more about the whole story and exactly how this went down to really give you, I'll tell you what everything in there is in terms of what needs to go that's in your soul. Because if you're feeling like you need to apologize, then it first behooves you to take a look at that. All right. And then we'll go, you know, all the stuff in you that caused you to do that. But if you're feeling like that, a lot of times you should, but there's exceptions to every rule. So I would like to know the God's honest truth about how it went down. So you would tell me, I would tell you, you can PM me if you don't want to put it here because it's too personal, or who, and it doesn't have to have names, of course. You know, we can be anonymous, you know. Okay. So there's a good solution for you there. And then once you do that, then you'll know exactly what to do. We'll clear out those blocks, create what you want to happen. And, you know, apology means that you did something wrong. So if you should apologize to somebody, it has a negative intent. Ask God to be free of it. Ask God to come from love. And if you feel that you should say that you're sorry, then you do from love. Do you say? All right. And that's the best way to handle it right now if you don't want to go into it with me and clear those blocks in the way that I do. And it's all good. Either way, whatever you choose. Okay. Go ahead.
Anna Darko is asking, my son calls on my mom who has passed in his time when he needs protection. Does she look over him?
Absolutely. I don't even have to answer that. You saying that, you know he does. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he's a guide for your son. Yeah, I totally feel like he's a guide. Is it the son? Who is it?
The son calls on her mother, so the grandmother.
Okay. Yeah, totally. I feel like she's a guide for your son. She's totally a guide. Like my dad crossed over in, I don't even know when, a while ago, and he's been a guide, and he actually helps me do the medium work. I'll be like, okay, Dad, go get these people, you know, and he talks to me all the time. So yeah, definitely. A lot of times our parents, when we want more time with them, and our loved ones, when we want more time with them, brothers, sisters, parents, the people we're closest to in this lifetime, will many times sign on as guides for us to help and assist us because as a karmic kind of agreement, because they want to be spending more time with us, want to help and assist us in ways that they couldn't when they were here. You see what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead. What else you got?
Andrea Gorman said, my dad just passed. Is there anything he wants to say?
Andrea Gorman, I'm really sorry. Anytime we lose somebody, it sucks. It does. In Earthworld way, it sucks. So I'm sorry, especially when we love really hard, you know, and you are a lover. The biggest thing that he wants to tell you, and this is almost for everybody across the board, that he loves you. He loves you. And of course, there's some other stuff that goes in here. And everyone can say, well, that's what everybody fucking says. Because it's the truth. Everything is fucking about love. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense, right? Everything is about love. He does say... He just told me something and I lost it while I was too busy talking. Thanks God for bringing it back to me now, please. He does say he wishes he had more time with you. He's saying in a different way, especially in his older years. So he does want you to know that he would have liked that more. And he's telling me something about two different colors. They're really kind of the same color, but they're different. Blue and light blue he wants me to tell you about, as well as something about a dark, like a bright blue baseball cap. Something about a baseball cap. All right. And then he's saying something about a grandson. Okay. And he said, you will know what he's talking about. If you want to add to that, you can. In your question, if we can get to it, we definitely will. How much more time we got, Ray? What time is it?
It is 8:30.
Okay. All right. We'll take about 3 more questions for everybody, and then we're going to wrap it up and call it a night. And I'll just see if God guides me to next time we do one of these. But we were like, fuck it. Let's do this on Facebook. And it's awesome. And thank you all for coming. We're going to do 3 more questions, and we'll see where we go from here. Go ahead. What's the question?
Donna Joy is asking if there's any messages for her children. They had just lost 2 loved ones.
Any messages for who?
Her children. They just lost 2 loved ones.
Any messages for her children? Do you know what their names are? What are their names? Does she know?
She hasn't said anything yet.
All right. All right, let's know the God's honest truth. Clear the air in this. Let me know the God's honest truth and tap into Donna now, please. And clear all this out. This is crazy wacky. There's something about dogs and puppies that come in with all of this. New life for healing. Something about dogs, pets, for healing through this transformational time for you guys or for them. New pets is what's coming in. Let me see. There's something about bones, like dog bones to go with them. There's something having to do with dog bones, uniquely enough. I'm just seeing what else. They're also showing me like a wire fence. It's almost like an old-fashioned railway on a staircase in somebody's house. And a carpeting, like carpeted stairs, and I feel like it's a dark green carpet. So look into your house, your people, and see where that relates to you and them. And they're showing me a stairs, and it's like a split-level house. I'm just wondering what this has to do with. So could you please tell us the God's honest truth? They're saying something about you will know, okay? A lot of times it'll be right away. Sometimes it won't be. Another way that you can find out if you don't know is look through boxes of pictures, talk to relatives. You know, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I was talking with a medium and they told me ABC. And then all of a sudden the person you're connecting with will be like, oh, I know why that is. I know where that's coming from. Any messages? Absolutely, too, that they love you, but they're showing me images and things to connect with you, as well as the dogs and stuff also for the future healing. Dogs are amazing love energy beings, and that's why this healing comes in for them. They help to heal us and assist us. They're high-end love energy beings. Our pets are dogs, cats, all animals, right? They're super lovely, and that's because they're authentic in their heart space. Hello, that's what the whole world is moving to, right? So it's cool shit, really cool shit. Okay, is there anything else? Nothing other than there was lots of love. Nothing unwell was done. It couldn't change anything different. And they're saying that it's just time. It was time to go. And it's all about learning, transformation, change, new growth, new souls' journeys. So this is all in agreement, even though when we think that it wasn't supposed to happen, everything is alignment with love. And before we even come in as souls, we agree to have the experiences that we have. All right, before we even come in. And so this was in alignment for everybody's best growth, even though sometimes it doesn't always seem like that. And let me just see. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Then there's something about plants. Did anybody have any kind of plant? Might sound strange, like a Venus flytrap plant, like a plant that eats something, eats bugs, like a one of those kinds of types of plants. That's what's coming in. So this has something to do with that. With all that I'm telling you right now for you, it's just funny. I'm like looking and I'm like, what the hell? That's a first, talking about one of those for somebody that I can remember. Okay, how many more we got? 2 more questions?
I'm not sure how many we've done. There's a few more.
All right, let's just do 2 more because we just did 1 and I think we got 2 more.
Sharon Bradford Englerth is asking if there's any messages from her dad. His 1 year this Saturday.
Oh, wow. When I get in that space, he loves you so much. I'm like, I just want to cry. Your dad is such a sap. He's such a lover. Oh my God, he just feels like such a lover, and he's so in love with you. He loves you so much, in a positive, healthy way, just so much love. He's telling me something about dancing in the living room or dancing around. I feel like it's a blue room, a blue carpet, but he's dancing, and I feel like he's dancing with you when he was younger. I feel like he's dancing, or him and mom was dancing, or his partner was dancing, but it has to do with you. But I feel like it's your mom, or I feel like you were there. But he's saying something about dancing. He loves you very, very, very much. This guy is such a lover. I can see why you miss him so much. Shit, I would miss him if it was my dad. He's great. Okay. Let me just see if he tells me anything else. He's also telling me about you being his best friend, or him being your best friend. So let me just see what else. Also, did he come to you at night in the bed, like you would be sleeping in the bed, or if you were sick, or you had a nightmare? Or he's telling me that basically he's the one that would do this. So he would get up for you to comfort you. And he's going like this when you were little. So he's telling me this. Yeah, I'm just looking into this. And then there's something about green candy canes, like a green striped candy cane. So hopefully you'll know what that is, because that comes in too with him. Anything else for right now? Swimming pools, the ocean, and a big fat ass beach ball, like one of these big ones. So something about relaxing. Those are 3 things that come for him also that he wants to share with you. Each one of these people, when they tell me these things, they tell you what they say to me is they will know. You guys might not know right here, right now, in this very second, but it will attach somewhere in some way to the people that you know, the people in your family, yourselves, or their messages that you're going to notice that are going to come down the road. When we have more time to do these things, we'll give you more information, but we're kind of on a little bit of a time limit, but at least we're able to get to as many people as we can to help. But let me just see here. Yeah, so he's saying that, and like those old-fashioned beach balls, and they probably still have them. It's like the standard beach ball with the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, and they're like triangles, and it goes around like that. Okay, and that's what they're showing me, and he's showing me something about a red stand, like the thing would sit on a red stand, almost like this top to this milk here. It's so weird. It's like they would put it on a stand. All right, so note that and log that. And then there's something about playing cards, like playing cards, like kings or poker or something like that, playing cards. Go fish. That comes in too as well. Okay, go ahead, Ray. We got one more.
Carrie Grace Charles is asking... She said there's a spirit in her house and it will mess with her lights and her kids' toys. She's not sure who it is, and she's wondering how she can find out who it is.
All right, this energy comes in as a grandfather. A grandfather energy on the father's side. Is there a grandfather that passed over on the father's side? See if she answers that. If not, then it's not. It could be a great grandfather, but it's totally grandfather energy. But again, it's about this guy is a guide, but he's also a jokester. I feel like he's a comedian. He's got a lot of court jester energy in him, and he's like comical. He is like what is the word he's doing? He's messing with everything to get your attention, but he's a jokester, all right? But he feels like he's a guide is there an oldest son? In there? Is there one that's 13 or 14? Because there's something about being a guide for this child. Let me know when you get a chance. But that's what comes in. There's nothing harmful with this. It's not something that's hurting. It's just about connecting from love, letting you know that, like with medium work, that these people have crossed over. Here's the truth about what's going on, that even though we seem to die in physical earth world reality in our physical bodies, that this is not the God's honest truth about what happens. It's just transformation here in earth world to other dimension from love. Okay. Doing this work allows you to realize that, yes, this person is really here, as well as you see things happening in your house too. There's something also about a black cat. There is a black cat energy that goes around. It may be one from your childhood. It may be one that you have right now, but I almost feel like there's two, one alive and one that's crossed over. And they know each other. They it's kind of neat. I feel almost like they play together. And so there's this cat energy. I feel like one has yellow eyes and one has green. Okay. And do we have one more? Is that one more, or was that the last one?
We did two.
We did two. So we're done? Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. We hope that you got a lot out of this, of really good stuff from Love Energy. May you guys have the greatest lives and great things happening from love. And when you want something in your life, ask and you shall receive, and be guided from love, all right? Has nothing to do with church and religion here. Everything to do with love. It doesn't matter what your religion is. What matters is that you come from love and be in your heart space. This is really what's going to happen in the new world. And if I can get to your questions in the future as I scroll down on Facebook tomorrow or in the next week or so, I'll do my best to answer them. As you know, in these times, we all got a lot going on, and one thing at a time. So be patient, and we'll do our best to get everybody's questions answered. Thank you all for coming. Much love, and go and do great things and live your greatest life. See you soon. Okay, bye-bye.